At the tender age of 4 years old, I would go everywhere with my mother. One of my mother's favorite errands was grocery shopping. Even if we'd come in for just a loaf of bread or a carton of milk, we'd have to do every single aisle. Even the ones we had no business in. Especially the ones we had no business in. So one day, I'm 4 years old, and I'm going through the grocery with my mom like it's an IKEA, and we land in the pet aisle. You know, the aisle with the cat litter and the dog food and the treats and the toys. Now, I wasn't allowed to have a pet at home because my father is allergic. My mom wasn't fond of pets. So we're in the pet aisle, and my mom turns to me and she goes, "Alexia, would you like to have a dog?" "Yes." "Well, you ain't getting one." I think that sets the tone up a lot for how I was brought up. I always got this feeling that my mothers need to be right or perceived in a positive way or be funny. Those things were all more important than my feelings. Like, my mom always really made me feel like she was more important than everybody else, especially me. I wish she hadn't said that. I wish she hadn't said many things she told me. But she did. Like sometimes parents do. So fast forward about 20 years, and I finally adopted a dog. Thank you. His name is Cooper, and he's a perfect, sweet baby angel child, and he and my fiance and I, we form a really happy family. My mom's not a fan of the dog. You know, she thinks he's cute and all, but she kind of wishes he didn't have intestines. I'll never understand how she changed my diaper if she's so disgusted by my dog's poop. Anyway, she's been visiting more recently. And whenever she's in town, she always wants to do one of two things. The first is she wants to run errands, because some things never change. The second is she wants to go to the park near my home. She is obsessed with this park. And I kind of get it. There's not really a park like this where she lives, right? The park has a lot of green spaces and picnic tables, and the children play on the playground. It's a suburban dream, ruined by the occasional dog poop. From my dog, Cooper. So we're sitting in the park, and I let my mom just ramble on about whatever she wants. And she's saying things like, "I'm thinking about getting a new kind of basilic in my garden." Or, "I really don't get why you kids are so into Taylor Swift." Or, "Have I told you about my friend with the flesh-eating bacteria in his leg?" Or, "Oh, the doctors? Yeah. They want to get me started on a new medication." So, my mom's sick. Really sick. And I don't know if this makes me an awful person, but I'm kind of enjoying it. Not for the reasons you're thinking. It's just, she has more time with me, and she's actually being nice. And we're actually getting along. And then, out of nowhere, something catches my mother's attention. She goes, "Oh, Alexia, look. Do you see the little girl in the swings? Do you remember every time we would go grocery shopping afterwards, I'd have to push you on the swings? How many times did I push you on those swings? Just push and push and push. It was endless. And I'm just letting her go on and yep. And we end up just watching the little girl enjoy the swings as much as I used to. Now, to be clear, my mother isn't asking because she knows it's rude. But this is her way of asking if someday I want to push a little boy or a little girl on the swings, the way she used to do for me. Nobody really asks, but everyone is dying to know. And I get it. I mean, my fiance and I are 25 and 26. We're getting married in October. My sister is pregnant. His sister is pregnant. My best friend's not being careful. I mean, it's time we talk about this more seriously. So, do I want kids? I don't know. It's just, kids are great, but do I want to get pregnant and gain weight and have sore boobs and nausea and then push a baby out for 24 hours and tear my asshole and just have various body fluids spewed onto me? I don't know. It's just not calling me. And you know what? It's not really calling my fiance either. We kind of have both just shelved it. So you know what, Mom? If you wanted to be sure you'd be a grandma, maybe have more than one kid. Yeah, no, I retract that statement. I don't think my mom should have had more than one kid. My mom was brutal growing up. She once told me that if she knew this was what motherhood was like, she wouldn't have done it. I'm an only child. She told me this over the phone. Like she was talking about the friend with the flesh-eating bacteria. That's the reason I'm afraid of having kids. I'm afraid of regretting it, like my mom did. And then I'm brought back to the present moment. My mom has stopped yapping about the little girl in the swings, and she's turned to me. And now she's talking directly to me, and she's saying, you know, Alexia, I'm really happy for you. I know you've always dreamt of getting married, and Antoine's a really great guy. And it makes me feel safe knowing if something happens, you're taken care of. And my mom is being really nice, and I never know what to do when she's being nice because it was never a common occurrence growing up. I head back home, she heads back to her place in Granby, and I'm kind of left alone with my thoughts. I'm thinking of all the things I wish I could tell her, but I can't because she doesn't have open and honest communication, like a good parent should. I don't want to have kids because I don't want to be like my mom. Or maybe I do want kids because now I'm repairing the relationship with her, right? And it's better. But also she's sick. A couple of days later, I get a text from my mom. Hey, sweetie. I just want to let you know that I have started the process for medically assisted suicide. Have a nice Thursday. Upon reading this crazy piece of information, I am flooded with memories of me and my mom. Specifically memories from my teens now. Back when I was a teenager, my mother worked for Clarence. This was a makeup counter at the Bay. And sometimes after work, we'd go to Costco. And of course, we do every single aisle. And we let Costco dictate what we should buy. And at the end of it all, we'd get a hot dog. This was a big deal because this was about as much junk food as my diet crazy mom would allow. And there we'd be, you know, just laughing and gossiping over a hot dog. And I just think my mom was like so ridiculously pretty, right? She'd be wearing her Clarence uniform, which is like this beautiful red pencil skirt and a red blazer and the white button down, and she'd wear this bold red lip. And for those 15 minutes, she didn't give a damn about anything other than me and that $1.50 hot dog. I'm 16 years old, and I think my mom's the coolest and prettiest woman alive. But I'm not 16 anymore, am I? I'm 25. And my mom just texted me that she's in so much pain, that she's suffering so much, that she's considering medically assisted suicide. Now you want to die. We just started getting along. I finally have a mom, and you want to just leave me here. Fuck you. I actually need you. Like I've always needed you. What if I have a daughter, huh? What if she has your good looks and your shitty attitude and she likes the fucking swings? I need someone to go to when I don't feel like pushing her on the swings. But I don't say any of that, right? I reassure her, like any good parent would. Thank you.